Hello, hello, hello. I was not late at all, at all. It's not me. I'm not still huffing and puffing from running up the stairs back to the office. That was not on the nick of time. No, of course not. It was exactly planned as I did. Hello to everyone, Lorenzo, Grasso, and everyone who's in chat. How are you doing? I'm out of breath from running up the stairs. I was like, oh shit, oh no. I'm gonna be late. I wanted to get myself a drink, and then I thought, maybe go for a quick bathroom break. So I didn't have to stop during stream. But how are you all doing? Let's switch over. There we are. How is everyone today? How's everyone's week been? How's everyone's update been? Has everyone actually updated? Anyone who's in chat who started a new season today? I am curious. I wanna know. I heard some people starting season 5 this week, so yeah, that's exciting. That is very exciting. So yeah, looking good, everyone. No, I'm doing some stuff on the background. I'm sorry. Doing some stuff in the background so I can keep an eye on my chat on my own live stream. Why is the chat not wide enough? Lorenzo says everything good here. Hope you're having a good day too. Well, to be honest, it's not that I'm having a bad day, but I'm having a little bit of a disappointing day. You know, it is still Friday the 13th, so I hope all of your guys' days are doing good, but mine isn't been so lucky. Because of two things. One in-game thing, one IRL thing. But let me talk about the in-game thing. The knife bounty. And that has a new hero. And we're gonna talk about him in a sec. It's the Crow. Which is a new hero, a blazing hero, but he's a captain. And there's another one, which I find the animation actually pretty cool. Like that. She's also blazing, but she's the gunner. And I would have hoped that she was gonna be in my knife bounty this week, because that would complement my blazing setup. That would complete my blazing ship, which now I can't do. So that's a little disappointing. Why are my phone notifications still on? Yes, I know I am live streaming. Why are you notifying me about that? Just be quiet. Let's also take out the phone and just make it quiet. There we are. No more notifications. That's better. So yeah, that is a little disappointing. And then, I don't know if you know, if you guys been on the channel for a while, you could know what happened to the heroes from knives that don't appear anymore. Grasso, I have no idea. It's been a question that has been asked multiple times, and we're not actually getting a very good answer out of them. I know if you're in season 1 or in season 2 or in season 3, which now is the third one, is the season 3 one. Yeah, that would be easier for them to keep them into the rotation. But now they're adding another one every 3 or 4 weeks. We're not getting and we're not rotating the old ones anymore. So yeah, I would have loved for them to slow it down a little bit with the new heroes and make it so you can actually get the old ones still. But it's not a bad thing that they're adding new heroes. But my take on the fact that they're adding more and more and more new heroes. Look, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 legendary heroes. And on your ship there's now a 6th radiance where you can put the thing on there. So with that would mean 6 ships, you have 30 spots, right? So 28 legendary heroes, but let's look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 epics. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the blues. Which I get that they want to add new strong heroes, but I would assume that a legendary hero would be more rare than a blue version or a purple version, right? So yeah, it's like triple the amount of legendary heroes compared to epic heroes now. So yeah, it's a weird feeling. It's a weird feeling. Some poor part of me says that at some point the S1 heroes, now we're in S5, we're going up to season 6, season X1 to be some of these heroes should change down to from being a legendary version to being an epic version, for example, because some have pretty good replacements. Just to give an example, Luna, which is a very good hero, don't get me wrong, and I don't mind her being a legendary hero, but she has a direct replacement in Kartal. So, you know, with her, I don't know if you guys notice, but when your game starts, your flagship is purple. And then when you cross a certain level threshold, Robert says, hi Robert, how are you doing? When you cross a certain flagship threshold, it turns into a legend, into a gold version. I would assume that if you're actually replacing heroes with direct opponents, you know, with direct counterparts, which are better, then those should be switched out to no longer be legendary, but maybe be epic. And then also put them differently in the conches, right? Put them in a different set of the conches. But that's just me, that's just my thoughts. I have no experience in game development, so maybe it's not possible, maybe it's not what they want, maybe it's not their intent. But you know, getting, for example, a Barnacle now has a direct opponent for the captain slot, you know, in a knife hero, which is hard to get. But for example, Luna has a direct opponent in Kartal. You can make Kartal a little stronger, downgrade Luna up to an epic after season 5, or in season 5, and then she could be, for example, in this hero roster, not in this one anymore, which makes it easier for some people. Just rotate them in, and then at some point put in the season 1 season heroes also in the legendary ones, so you get a little bit more of the heroes, you know, get a little more out of it. Because all I'm getting right now, if I pull conches, is hero exchange tokens. That's all hero tokens. That's all I'm getting right now. So yeah, that was a very long conversation. They would add another tier, I presume, would be unhappy people if you reduced base stats, etc., or make it confusing if the demotion heroes were different to existing purples. Yeah, there could be another version. There could be a position in between there. Yeah, that's also what you're saying. But then you could also downgrade the purple ones to blue ones at some point, right? I don't think that's possible. Isn't the ranking system different for those? Yeah. They also removed the 7-day sign-in boxes in which you receive 2 hero badges each. You're right. And you were able to buy... You are completely correct. And I don't know where they've been. But you could buy... You got 4 for free. And you could buy 46 for 20 bucks. Which is the cheapest direct acquisition of a hero. Yeah, you're right. What I also... Legend of Conquest is back. For me, Legend of Conquest is back. But what I noticed... not final medal... points. This leaderboard ranking system... This is the same. And I think the rewards are even... similar or the same as it was in the last iteration. But now actually going to there... We're not competing with our own gang anymore. We're competing with other people from the other gang as well. So basically, there's 2 times the amount of people that can be on the leaderboard. So you're competing with double the amount of people, which actually means that overall, you're getting half the rewards you were getting prior to that. Also, if you're on first rank, Season 5, right? First rank of this, yeah, you're probably doing it for the Astral Essence or for being the MVP of that day. But look at that. It's 20,000 hero experience. And what can actually get me? And what can 20,000... It's 1/8 of a level. Really? I have the maximum amount... I have the 1/8 of a hero. It's insane. Completely insane. In my case. So, in my opinion, not in my case, but in my opinion, it's completely insane. And no, I haven't spent any because I'm trying to save up. And this has been for almost a week or 2 now. I've saved up all of my experience to get my Adeline up to level, which now I can do 84 levels, which would make her 129. This took me 2 weeks to get another hero up. So they're adding another hero. How do I get the experience to level him up? You keep adding heroes, you keep making me spend on the heroes, and then give me a way to earn, not to pay for, but to earn hero experience. But yeah, what do we think about the 2 new heroes? What's your guys' opinion on them? Have you guys seen them? Let's actually go look at them. They have reduced some rewards as well. Oh, I mean a tier above gold. Oh yeah, you can do that as well. Chris says ribbit. Well, okay. Can you get Miller in later seasons, like in season 4 or season 5? You mean... Oh, why did I click out of the menu? Miller, right? As in her. I have had her only once. And at that point, I didn't have that much throwing knives. I threw a couple, got 11 shards, hasn't returned since. Got her once for 1 week. So, yeah. Let me have a sec. Okay, thank you for the sub, Chris. Is that because I said ribbit as well? Is that where I earned that sub? No, but yeah, Letitia, I've got her once, and not I haven't gotten her since. All of the rotation has been the season 2 heroes. After that, and the other one. Oh yeah, Ricky. I've had Ricky twice, but I haven't spent on him because I didn't have any intention of continuing my artillery. I did want to make a second strategy ship, but to do that I would have needed Letitia Miller. And as I said, I've gotten her once, so yeah, that's not gonna happen. I was thinking of completing a full set of drowning, which would make it so I need a first mate of drowning. So I wanted to do Titus, and now they added 2 more, which I now also want to complete, but I don't have the knives for it. So yeah, it's a little. What do I want? What do I get? What is there to get? It's a little bit all at once. It's a little bit too much at the same time. But let's go look at it. Heart of Flame, and I heard MD9 say that they reduced their last. Yeah, this was 20% prior. I can show a screenshot of that, but so let's go at the active skill first. Deals blazing damage equal to 300% of her attack to the target and reduces aggro of the ship under Amber's command by 7%, which I find very weird. 7%, and then it says 7 on the bottom part. So I don't think the percentage should be there, but it's probably from 7 up to 30, which I also find weird that the last level up doesn't get you more. Miller's skills are really badass. Yeah, that's why I wanted to get her, but I haven't gotten her since. So yeah, I think the rotation per season is the same. So if you're getting one of the drowning heroes, I'm getting one of the drowning heroes. It might be back to back. I'm getting Titus, you're getting Hamar, and the other way around. You might get Amber this week, I'm getting Crow this week. Looks like I won't get her. Yeah, same for me. I wanted to get her as well, but yeah. But what I find weird, 7%, which is no percentage down here, and in the last level it's going from 30 to 30. Why? Why don't you go from 30 to 32? Because it's not a round number. I don't care. Or make it 35. Why is there no step up on the last one? But yeah, it can go up to 435, and it's 1 ship she's doing it on. Then we go to Eternal Flameheart, and then for every 6 stacks of burning applied by the ship under Amber's command, applies 1 stack of burning to 3 enemies. So to more than 1 enemy, right? So I think it's random then, and it's going to be triggered once every 12 seconds. So a full set of blazing heroes would be good for that. We all want the new heroes, but then after we have them complain about XP shortage. Yeah, as I said earlier, XP shortage is already a thing. The ship under Amber's command deals 5% more damage over time, and her skill has a 30% chance to attack 2 more targets. So she attacks 1 for 435, and then there's a 30% chance to do 2 more. And it can go up to 50%. So on average, every hit should get 2 if you are fully ranked up, which would make it so she does 870% damage. which puts her up to par with some of the highest damage dealing heroes, right? So yeah, this is gonna give her some good things. This skill doesn't directly apply burning. This doesn't apply burning unless other people do it. And upon dealing blazing damage, deal another blazing damage equal to 50% of her attack to 3 targets. So she deals blazing damage, and she does another 3 for 50%, going up to 70. Added on basic attacks. Why is that there? What do they mean with that? It doesn't mention blazing. It doesn't mention basic attacks. What? Should it be? If I read this, added on basic attack. Upon dealing blazing damage, should this then have been basic attacks? I don't get it. Or this should be blazing damage, or this should have been basic attacks. One or the other. You can't have this both, because this now is confusing. It's very confusing. Then last skill that has been reduced since she came out Tuesday, 3 days ago. For every 5 burning effects applied by all ally ships, so not only the ship she's on, but every ship you have a burning blazing hero on, she deals blazing damage equal to the number of target fleets burning stacks. So burning stacks can go up to 10 if you have a full set, all stacks on there. You can, in the max amount, you should be able to get that on 6 ships, of course. So 6 ships times 10 stacks times 10% would be 600% on a max. Up to 5 enemies once. And it can stack every 3 seconds. So this is... If you can get heroes to put on blazing stacks like no other, then this hero would be able to do this skill every 3 seconds, which makes it 600%, right, on max, as we said. That is more than the 435 she's doing right here. So this is a very, very, very good skill to get. But it's dependent on the amount of burning stacks on there. Now, how can we make sure my opponent has more burning stacks on there? Well, we have Tanaka. And then after Tanaka performs his skill, there's a 30% probability that he will extend all damage over time effects on hit ships by 2 seconds. So times 5 enemies. What do you mean 5 enemies? You can have a 6 ship opponent. MD9, what do you mean with 5 enemies? I'm curious. Oh, it says the 5 targets. You're right. You're right. It says the 5 targets. But he, in this case Tanaka, can extend those damage over time effects, which blazing is one of them. So normally it would expire after 5 seconds, but that he could extend it from he could extend that to 7 seconds. But Ember Volcana doesn't actually put it on herself. She needs other people to put those blazing stacks on there. So, right? So then go look at Crow, which is also a pretty cool animation. He has sort of a, how do you call it, medicine doctor mask on. Instead of, oh, you're right, burning is, are you still there? Is the stream gone? I'm getting messages as OBS crashing. Are you guys still here? Testing, testing. Yeah, no dropped frames. It's all back. Stream on my phone looks good. Yeah, we're still here. We're back. Sorry. Yeah, a plague doctor, you think? You mean, I think. Yeah, I meant a plague doctor because we have like a plague doctor. But in this case, yeah, it could be a crow mask. It could be a sort of plague doctor mask, you know. It buffered, but we're back. Yeah, OBS crashed on me. I got a notification on thing, so I hope that doesn't happen more often. But yeah, let's go look at Crow, because he's a captain, a blazing captain, which then should replace Lester. But let's see what he does. He performs 2 random attacks on ships in the target fleet. Each attack hits 3 random targets. So he does 6 attacks, right? Equal to 50% of his attack, which is pretty low. As the number of hit targets increases, the damage will decrease, which it's already pretty low. In addition, he will apply 1 to 2 stacks of burning to the targets with each attack. So he could put 6 to 12 stacks of burning on there. Right? And again, we're trying to make sure this is as high as we can get, the amount of stacks on there. So he can put 6 stacks on there. You can do 50%, it can go up to 95, which is not really a very good hero in my... a very good attack directly. So let's see what else he's got. When Crow applies burning to a target, there's a 60% chance to apply 1 more stack. And this effect can be triggered once every 3 seconds. So... this maximum amount of 6 goes up to 7. Right? Because it's 1... It does more stacks, but it can only trigger... There's a cooldown of 3 seconds. So if it triggers once for one of these stacks, it can trigger again. So the maximum amount it can from 6... no, the maximum amount of 12 can go up to 13 now. Then, increasing blazing damage by 4% at the start of battle. At the start of battle, applies 1 stack of burning on 2 random enemy ships. So immediately at the start, you're getting 2 stacks of burning on there, which is not bad, but 2 stacks is not that much. But again, we're trying to do it, and it's only once, right? It's at the start of battle. So every time the ship under Crow's command deals blazing damage, increases its attack by 0.4% and armor by 0.4%, and it can stack up to 7 times. Let's get the calculator out. 0.4 times 7, 2.8% on the lowest amount, and then again 2%. Of course, times 7 is 14 for the highest amount. So increases its attack by 14% and armor by 14% if you can get him at max. MD9, good point. You're saying that at the start of battle, you give the Vargur's Fury, which is the Stormbringer's ship on there, to trigger immediately. That is a very good point. When the ship under Crow's command deals damage to a burning ship with skills or basic attack, it spreads. Okay. It spreads the burning effect, applying 1 stack of burning on 2 ships in a target fleet and can be triggered once every 9 seconds. And then the interval gets shorter, back up to 2. So when this ship does damage to a ship that has a stack of burning on there, it will apply 1 stack of burning to 2 more ships. I don't think that's not, and it can, if you can get him at max, of course. It in the beginning it will do it about the same amount of times as you do active skills. So we're going up from, let's just pick a time frame of 10 seconds. In the time frame of 10 seconds, you can get 6 attacks with 1 or 2 stacks on there. One of them will get another one, so we're at 7 to 13 stacks. Then in the first part of the battle you get 2 more, which is then 9 to 15 stacks. This doesn't do any. And then every one you can get 2 more, which, so every 10 seconds, if you can get them at R5 and you're unlucky on the things, you can get I think if you're very, very, very unlucky, 8 stacks of burning in those 10 seconds. 10 if it's the start of the battle. And if you're very lucky, it can go up to 12, 13, and then 15 stacks with 2 at the start of battle as well. So that's a lot of stacks. So if this hero then triggers after that, it's 15 stacks of burning on there. Because the last 10 seconds, right? That's why I'm saying 10 seconds. The last 10 seconds. So 15 stacks of burning means 150% damage up to 5 enemies and trigger once every 3 seconds. So them together would do a lot. And then Baltzal says he would trigger Tanaka's Trinket like crazy. But I don't think Tanaka's Trinket, might be wrong, inflicts burning effect. Yes! Yeah, I thought it was inflicts blazing damage, but he triggers on burning effects. Yes, that would make this Trinket even stronger if you have him paired with Crow as a captain. So yeah, Baltzals, Daniel, Boppy, how are you all doing? Good to see you in here. Yeah, we're just looking at some of the ships, and then when he does a blazing attack, you get a more blazing attack, right? So this also helps with triggering. How are you doing? I'm okay. But I'm a little down. I'm a little disappointed today. That's what I was thinking. I got Crow today, but he's 2-star only. Should I swap with Lester? Why swap with Lester, Daniel? If you can get Crow You could do Leicester, Tanaka, Crow, because he's lower rank, his stats are gonna be lower, so then, but I think the better question is he better than a full net if you want to have a full blazing team? That's the better question to ask, Daniel. Why does he need to be on the Leicester spot? He doesn't have to replace Leicester. You could also start using Crow as a gunner. But yeah. Only 2 stars is not that much, so you're only getting the first 2 skills. So you're only getting the damage, which isn't doing a lot of damage by himself, but he is putting a lot of stacks of burning damage on there. Why am I not getting the notification for if you put stacks of drowning on there? This also doesn't have one. Here, look, burning, a status that deals damage over time. Why doesn't that have it anymore? With the MD9, it's 8 seconds. And it can extend, with Tanaka it can extend to 10 seconds. But the base is 8 seconds. We're talking about it. Pavel says hi. Hi. How are you doing? The attacker's attack. 10%. So yeah, then he does an attack up to like 100%. And then he puts, what did I say? 15 stacks of burning on there. So 15 stacks of burning for 10% time is 150. But it does that for every second. So that is 8 times. So that's 1200 damage. And it can go up to 10 seconds with Tanaka's extended damage over time. So then he would go up to 1500%. If you get lucky, you can get all the stacks up, of course. Not bad. Oh, we got a siege. Ah, nobody's here. So yeah. No, misclick. Sorry, off screen. Did a misclick. So yeah. It's hard to say without testing to actually see how good he is or how good they are going to be together. Because those two together with Tanaka's Trinket, that would be amazing. But and then put Leicester on another ship, because when does blazing damage, right? Because her amazing skill by an ally ship. You can put him even on a different ship. He doesn't have to be on this ship. Yeah, Daniel, right now my burning ship is doing highest damage with Leicester, Tanaka and Ned. I will test with this hero to see the changes. Yeah, test it with Leicester, Tanaka and Crow. And then try to see if you're doing more damage or not. I'm curious about that. Do some testing, let us know. What else do we got? Anything I can do right here? No, we need to do some hero pulls. So I'm gonna be really salty because I've been trying to get the Bloodfang and this expires today. So we need to get a little bit of luck on Friday the 13th, right? We need to get a little bit of luck to get on Friday the 13th because this stops today. So let's go. I want to look at it. I want to look at it. I want to look at it. No! Dang it! Dang it! Dang it! Dang it! Up to 60 pity, and it expires today. And then the pity is gone. Nah, it will not happen. Dang it. Yeah, you're right. Do you think cutthroat meta is changing? I think, especially in Season 5, there's not so much a cutthroat meta anymore. It's more strategy meta. And in most cases, Sarah. In most cases, strategy is doing way more damage. Even for me, I don't have a boa. You know, so yeah. So yeah, I think that does change a lot. Let's get. That's not a bad pull with 4 epics, but I don't care about epics anymore. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. Yeah, that's bad. That is really bad. Okay, so, talking about trinkets, I wanted to do something on stream today and also make a video out of it, of course, like I did the other day. But I also want to get a little bit of your input on it. Trinkets. Because I've made a tier list. Or at least I want to be making a tier list with you guys. So I uploaded all the images right there. And we can now make a tier list. So I want to know your opinion. What's the best trinket? What's the worst trinket? What do you like using? What do you don't like using? So yeah, let's see what we can do. I'm gonna start it off with the fact that we have a couple of blue ones right here, right? These are the blue versions. All of those are going in the D tier. These are only good in like the first 2-3 weeks of Season 2. I think if you're a month into Season 2 and you're still using blues instead of purples, I don't think you're... I think you should focus more on that. If you're still using them at the end of Season 2, you should definitely focus on those. These should not be used anymore after Season 2. These are just extra experience you're getting, trash you're getting if you're pulling them. Right? So then there is a life funnel. Now I'll go from left to right. Then there is the Eagle Shield. And we of course have 2 versions of the Eagle Shield. We have the purple version, which I think, in my opinion, should be A tier. And if we're talking about a gold version, upgradable, which is the only trinket, in my opinion, which is worth upgrading, I would even put it in S tier. Then we have the Tyrant's Hand. I think that's a very good one to have. I would not recommend upgrading them. If you pull enough conches, you get a spyglass. The spyglass and the Tyrant's Hand are exactly the same, but the spyglass has a little more stats. So the only reason I would upgrade any of the other purples would be to then scrap them and then use the stars to upgrade my other ones. But yeah, then we have the life funnel, which I personally don't like at all. There's no real reason to upgrade my healing effect on a ship. It's only my healing effect on a ship. Oh, I switched those around. Then we have the crossbow. The crossbow at least is a little more unique. So I putting him there. But then we have the purple version, keep in mind the purple version of Tanaka's Trinket, which I think is exactly the same as the crossbow. So that's why I'm putting them there. The only thing other is, it's another image. But it does the same, the stats are the same, everything's the same. So then we go to the next one, which is the spyglass. The spyglass, I would say, is A tier. And if you guys disagree with me or anything, let me know in the chat, let me know in the comments. But if you guys disagree or want to change anything, you say the crossbow should be B tier? Now, with the fact that there's more blazing heroes in the game now, I don't... Wait. Let me have a quick look. Blazing and drowning damage. And then we had blazing and drowning damage. And then we have only blazing damage. So yeah, it's not the same. You're right, it's not the same. It's a little better than Tanaka's Trinket. But because Tanaka's Trinket only upgrades blazing damage, that upgrades blazing and drowning damage. So I don't disagree with you, Daniel. Good call, good shout. Especially with the new drowning heroes, with the new blazing heroes. Exactly, you are correct. But then, I wanted to put the bomb in B tier. But are we saying that the bomb then is still B tier? Or do we say the bomb's gonna be A tier? Because it's doing the same thing as the purple. A little better. But then also inflicts taking on water and burning stacks. Oh no, sorry. It triggers once it affects once it does blazing attack, and then it does more blazing damage. Bomb is pretty strong. I haven't used one myself in quite some time. I think the last time I used one was in season 2 still. Bomb is A. Bomb is okay. Yeah, okay, you guys. That's why I said I wanted to put the bomb at a higher than the crossbow for sure. But yeah. Then we have the elixir, and the elixir also does healing. The elixir also does healing, just like the life funnel. So that's not something I like. But what I do like is the rage regeneration that the elixir does to the highest attacking ship with a percentage chance if you do a basic attack. So for that specific thing alone, I would call that A tier. So yeah. So next one, rudder. I don't like the rudder. You guys know this about me. Rudder's S? No. And I might be controversial on this, but the rudder is, in my opinion, the worst legendary. Definitely. It's S for Ahab. No, because... Okay, let me explain. Why do I prefer an eagle shield over a rudder? Because the eagle shield, even on a purple version, gives me at max 40 aggro, which this is easy to get, right? Then we're going to the minimum, it gives you 60 aggro. The armor is 20%, and on the max, no. And on the max it's also 20%. So those are the same. So the only thing you're adding to it is a little better stats. And then damage reduction. But keep in mind that it can only trigger every 10 seconds. and it only lasts for 3. So this aggro of 60, which if you go to the highest, what? Can go up to 120 if you can fully max him out. Go up to 120, but it's only there 30% of the time. And if that triggers when your opponent is not attacking, it doesn't do much for you. But when it triggers when your opponent attacks, then it's gonna do more for you, of course. But you have to be lucky, and I personally dislike any defensive abilities of my ships to be time dependent or cooldown limited. So I want to know that all of my defenses work all of the time. Because some person could have rage regeneration and then this get all messed up. Another person could have no rage regeneration and then it works. So I want to be just as strong against everyone. And not very strong against one person and very weak against another. Because I have no way to cope with their rage regeneration. So that's the reason why I say the Golden Rudder isn't worse. Yeah, the rudder damage reduction falls mostly outside of rage windows. That is exactly. If you have any form of rage regeneration, those will trigger before the damage reduction of those. So let's go to the next ones. And some of this, I need your help. We've got Ophelia's Withered Rose right here. How do you guys would say how would you guys rate this one? Because I think getting Ophelia with a maxed out legendary trinket is very important, but it doesn't necessarily has to be hers. You could also max out a spyglass. And keep in mind that all of these you're getting pretty easily with purple conches. And all of these, you have to pay the gold. You have to pull them from the gold conches. So they're limited availability, harder to get. So keep that in mind when raiding. Yeah, I want consistency when aggro itself doesn't give consistent results. You're true. You are completely true. So B. It's a unique version. It complements blazing attacks, drowning attacks. In this case, it does artillery attacks specifically. So yeah, that's unique instead of the other ones. And it does another basic attack, which one other extra basic attack is not gonna give you the world of a difference, right? So let's go to the other one, Griffin. And I haven't used him in forever. I haven't used him ever. Gives strategic damage, and when the wielder has the every 10 strategic damage cost, it will increase strategic damage, and the effect can stack up to 5 times. So yeah, the longer the battle lasts, you can get 25% more. So the same for Griffin, Lorenzo's saying. I don't disagree with you. Again, it complements one specific damage boost and not the rest of the ships. But nowadays, every 10 strategic damage it does. Oh, Baltzal says it's S, maybe A. I haven't used him, the Undying Oath. I haven't used him, so yeah, let's move it up one, right? I haven't used it, so I have to go after your comments. Then we have the Golden Guns, right? Bones, his Undying MD9 SS. It's a must-have for Griffin. So you got multiple of you guys are saying S tier. Okay, I'm gonna trust you. Then the Mice Proclamation definitely needs to be S. There has to be a tier above S for that one to be, right? There should be a tier above right here for that one to be in there. So yeah, that definitely, without any doubt, needs to be in there. Let's go look at it, why it's in there. The Mice Proclamation. If the wielder has the captain tag when the ship's under the wielder's command kills a target, which cutthroat damage focuses on the lowest HP ship, often 200 rage of the ship will be restored instantly. So 1/4 of the needed rage will be done immediately. And if you can go up to max, it's still 200. So that doesn't change. The only thing it does is the ship will gain sharp cutlass bonus, which increases cutthroat damage by 18 to 36% and critical rate. So if you want to have a high critical rate, which is pretty important on a cutthroat ship, yeah, then the Mice Proclamation is good. Triple S tier for sure. Triple S for Bones one. Yeah, I don't have another tier. Can I add a row above SS? No. We're changing it, not this one. We're changing this one to triple S. We're making it this. Right? Changing it live on stream. So yeah. Then we have the next one, which is Adeline. I haven't used him. I'm trying to get him. You just saw I missed out. I'm probably gonna miss out on that one. I want to get that. Definitely. So let's go look at it. Increases drowning damage specifically, so not drowning and blazing. So it works better on a drowning ship specifically than. But if the wielder has the gunner tag, when the ship under the wielder's command deals damage to taking on water ships, an additional drowning damage equal to 27% will be dealt, which can go up to 36 and 45. So yeah, just like Tanaka's doing, those are pretty similar. Increases blazing and then does the attack. Only Tanaka does it pretty much way higher, but only once every 15 times you inflict burning. And she does it every time you do it. Can trigger most every 2 seconds. And this doesn't have a cooldown. So yeah, this one is the Blood Fang. Let's say what you guys are saying. Never used Adeline. I just don't like her. I don't know why. I don't like her because she doesn't seem to want to get to my get to my ship. So it gives her a good boost of her personal damage. But if used with Lester plus Tanaka on a blazing ship, it isn't that great. Might as well keep a spyglass on her, in my opinion, or even elixir, is what Lorenzo is saying. But MD9 is saying an S tier. I think this, with a full drowning ship, which I wanted to get, so with Hamar as a captain, with the amount of taking on water stacks that he pulls, then Titus as a first mate, where he does a pretty significant amount of damage to the highest attack ship in the fleet, not highest HP, highest attack ship, and then puts a couple of taking on water stacks on there, and then add Adeline, which also does drowning damage, but also puts taking on water stacks on that. No, I didn't want to do that. And add on top of there that it can trigger once every 2 seconds. I think then, combined with that, it could be a very good S tier one. Just like Griffin, maybe even better than Griffin. I think maybe Griffin should be one somewhere in between right there. But I'm not gonna keep on making more categories. But yeah. Then we have the same for Tanaka, but Tanaka does, with 2 good placing heroes in there, and now even a 3rd and a 4th one in there, it was a very good trinket. I've definitely said it should always be in the top one. I've liked it. I've gotten lucky on it in season 2, so I wanted to put in, and that is why I said that definitely. So then we go to Oni's Spear, which this is getting boring because the last couple of ones have only been amazing. Tanaka's the top of S tier. Yes. That's why I'm putting him first. I don't know. That is definitely an S. Oh, you guys can get a 4 times S, so we need another category. So we're saying that these are on par. Or even better. Because I know that people who spend a lot of money on the game try to get both of these with multiple versions of that on multiple ships. So because he only does that. Let's go read what he does. The ship under the wielder's command increases critical rate by 18%. And if the wielder has the first mate tag, if there is any wounded ship on the target fleet, it increases the attack by 14% and cutthroat damage by 14%. And wounded means any ship that has below 50% HP, right? So it can go up to 20% and 36% cutthroat damage, which is on par with the Mice Proclamation. So yeah, I think if we had made an extra category right now, these should be in the same category, right? Once you get this trinket to 6 stars, it's amazing. Are you still talking about the Tanaka, or are you talking about the Spear? So then, we are going to the next one. Oni Trinket is very good, cause the effect can proc the attack percentage, even it's on a stretch ship, on artillery. Yes, I agree. This is the crit rate that it gives. The crit rate that it gives procs on everything, and then increases the attack of the ship, procs on everything, and then the cutthroat damage is the only thing you're losing if you're not putting him on your cutthroat ship. So yeah, that's the only thing you're losing if you're putting him on a different ship. But then need a tier below D for Wanda. Oh, no. Delete row. We got an L tier. Which is just get out of here. Let's put it with the other ones now. Otherwise the tiers don't fit on my screen anymore. You have a purple version of the Wanda Trinket, which is exactly the same as the life funnel, which then puts it equal on there. Then it could be a little better than the elixir for the gold version. Wanda in the bin. Yeah, Wanda entirely, or the Wanda Trinket. The tooth necklace. If the wearer has the gunner tag, when the ship under the wearer's command gains 10 times the rate's restoration effect, the ship will heal at most 5 ships, and the healing effect is 65% of its attack. Which sounded to me like a very good healer. Like, for example, everyone likes Cordelia. Cordelia does 90% something to 5 ships. So yeah, it sounded to me good, but no gold is worse because you need gold shells to get it, and it does nothing. Okay, the gold version is worse. I heard it works well on ads. I don't know what you mean with the ads. Then we have two more, which again a purple version. Oh, Adeline. It works well on Adeline. Rage regeneration. Oh, yeah. Adeline does a lot of rage regeneration, but a very low amount, right? 2 and 4 and 6 on the very low ranks. Let's go look. Let's go look. That would be the only that could be a very good strat, right? It's this one, yeah. The ship under Adeline's command deals 6% more damage over time. In addition, every time her ship inflicts taking on water, she gains 2 rage. So if you have a ship, wow, wait. Thinking of an idea. Her with Hamar, with him taking on a lot of taking on water stacks too. Every time when the ship under Hamar's command receives damage, 30% chance to apply 1 stack of taking on water. And then every time that triggers, you also trigger this, which is 1 on the counter. And if you do that 10 times, you can get a heal. Might be an idea, might need testing. But yeah, I'm not gonna spend any gold conches on that for testing. Maybe if someone has it, it could be a good thing. Then we go to the crossbow. No, not the crossbow. To the other bow. Also, there's a purple version of that would be on par with the blazing, the purple version. And then we have the gold version, which again requires gold conches to get. I was very excited to go get it. And I was excited for the fact that if the wielder has the first mate tag, when the ship under the command launches a basic attack, it will inflict vulnerability to the target. The effect can stack up to 3 times, and vulnerability means it receives 5% more damage of all types in the following 3 seconds. So I thought this was going to be a massive debuffer, and I have not really seen it. So for now, I think both the purple and the gold version are going to be in seed there. Then we have the Lion's Roar. What do you guys think of the Lion's Roar? Purple bow gives legendary upgrade material, same as S5 purple trinket. Really? Really? Bald Salt is sharing secrets right here. Get it out. Get it out. Get it off of Kui. Kui. Just take a Tyrant Chant. I don't care. Did you notice the power number changing is gone? It's not there anymore. It's actually annoying. Trinket. Recycle. It gives a gold one? Wow. I didn't notice that. I'm questioning if that is on purpose. I don't think that is on purpose. That's good to know. Yeah, I think the purple version just got a good use. Okay, let's go to the next one. Lion's Roar. I think a very good one. At least B or A tier. I don't think it's up there. I think it's a necessity to have if you're building a ship, a scepter that has taunting and mockery. Increases the ship's armor and increases the aggro when the ship has a shield. And I think then if you're using that ship, Lion's Roars is a necessity because it gives you stacks of shield, which one can expire, so the next one can keep going, right? So yeah, that's what I'm thinking right there. That's why I'm saying it's an A. It should be a little bit between there, in my opinion, but I think it bumps up to A for that. Then we have Cartel Sword, which I don't have it. I don't know it from the top of my head anymore. There's been way too many of them. It deals additional cutthroat damage, and when the wielder has the gunner tag, every 6 instances of cutthroat damage dealt with the ship under the wielder's command will apply a hunter mark to the enemy with the lowest remaining HP in the target fleet, and it increases the aggro by 60. So you're making it so other ships are going to attack the lowest HP, lowest remaining HP ship as well. So yeah, that could be a very good thing. I've not actually seen it work a lot because it's very hard to test. It's very hard to see. Aggro is something that's very hard to test anyway. I like the 18% damage increase, can go up to 36% damage increase. I don't think it's that good. So, are we keeping it on par with the Withered Heart? You guys agree on that, or are you having a different experience on that? Then we go to the Sarah, the last one we have on the list. I don't have the new ones on the list. If I would have the new ones on the list, that would be another S tier, right? For the gold, for the ring, for X1. But yeah, we have Sarah right there. Let's go look at it. Does more strategic damage, same as Griffin. And if the wielder has the gunner tag when the ship under the wielder's command deals strategic damage to healthy ships, so only in the beginning of the battle, there's a 42% probability that the ship will launch one more basic attack, and the effect can trigger at most 2 times per second, which is a lot. A cooldown of 1 second is a lot. But I don't have this trinket, so I need to go to people that do. What do you guys think? It's S tier if you run Boa, A if you don't. So it's somewhere in between. That's what Baltzalt is saying. Your name is hard to pronounce, you know that? It's better with Molly than with Boa. Why specifically Molly with compared to Boa? Because Molly is doing strategic damage more often. She does it once. Yeah, she does a lot of strategic damage, so she can trigger it more often. That's not a bad call. That's not a bad shout. I'm currently still running the Lila on there to try and get rage regeneration up on this ship. Boa procs strat damage on auto attacks. Yeah, Molly as well. But Moa needs her toxic stuff. Let's go read. She deals threat damage on at most 3 ships. So that, in this case, she's doing 3. Molly's doing 1, she's doing 3. So if we're doing it on probability, Bo will apply 3 stacks of Serpent Dance. For the following 5 seconds, the ship under her command will deal strategic damage 22% of her attack, consuming 1 stack. This is hard. This is very hard to read. She will apply 3 stacks of Serpent Dance on the ship under her command when she performs her skill. That's easy. She puts 3 stacks of the Serpent Dance on there. For the following 5 seconds, the ship under her command will deal strategic damage equal to 22% of her attack by consuming 1 stack of Serpent Dance when the ship under her command launches a basic attack. So she can do another 3. That's basically what you're saying. So she does 3, and she does 3 more strategic damage every 10 seconds. Then let's go compare to Molly. Molly does 1 attack to 1 ship. And then for the following 4 seconds, the ship will deal 20%. So that can only trigger... That can only be for the 4 seconds on a base that you deal a basic attack every 2 seconds. You will do 2 more, so that's 4, so 5, yeah. So that would be 5 stack. So they're pretty similar, right? Molly's doing 5 stacks every 10 seconds, and Boa's doing 6 strategic damage instances every 10 seconds. So Boa's in that case slightly better. But again, Boa's pay only. Molly's free to get if you spend enough conches. Boa gives 10% impact. Okay, yeah. But then again, Boa itself is behind the paywall. It's not free to play. It's not expensive anymore as it was when we started to play, because then she was in the slots that Magnus is in right now for 50 bucks a tier. But yeah. Slideshow, Bat King, how are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Sorry, forgot my own catchphrase. So yeah, this is then sort of the finished tier list. And then we're gonna have to see when people get to Season X1 how those are gonna add on to this. So are you guys agreeing on this? Is there anything you want me to change? Is there anything you think that should be changed? How are you guys seeing this? Yeah? Looks good. So then, let's call this the final one. Let's call this the final. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for helping me out. Sarah Trinkets is S. So let's put it on somewhere in between. Right? Or are we actually saying that it's that good? Because then she would be better than Griffin. And better than Adeline? I'm okay with switching her to the next one, because I've seen Sarah do some insane damage. So yeah, thank you guys for helping me. It's S, I swear. Okay. So thanks for helping me out on this one. Yeah, and I'll probably cut some of these parts out and make a video out of it. It's hard to make a tier list if you have 3 or 4 of the trinkets you don't actually have yourself. So that's why I needed you guys. So thanks. Stream Elements has just reminded me, if you haven't done so already, please leave a like, please leave a sub, please let me know what you think if you're watching this back. Leave a comment. What's your favorite part, if you agree on the tier list or anything else we're doing. Using chat for a video, I see. Yeah. I can test everything myself. I cannot test everything myself. That's why the SOC Knowledge Hub exists. This is all you guys. It's not just me. Yeah, I posted when I post a new video, and yes, I own the server now, but it's MD9 doing all the work with the new heroes. It's all of you guys theory crafting, including me, but all of us theory crafting. It's not just me. So yeah, if you guys want to know, I can post it in the chat. If you guys haven't joined, if you haven't joined and you want to join the Discord, you can do so, of course. And there's also one in the description of the video. So that's not just me. It's all of you guys. Hey, there's Baltold. Again, your name is hard to pronounce. I keep forgetting the L. I keep forgetting the L. The server's great, such a great community. I agree. I 100% agree. It's all good. Yeah. Some people have hard to pronounce names. So yeah. Baltold, you said that you wanted to help me out with some testing. Are you still up for that? Are you still up for that? Because last week we tested some of the high remaining HP. And I want to try if we can do the same for low remaining HP. Right? That's what I wanted to test. So in that case, I want to try and do 2 ships of me. Let's get out of the normal trade route for me, and don't be funny and start attacking me now. So then, if I remove all of these ships, and what do you have on your cutthroat ship? What do you have on your cutthroat ship? I presume you have a Bones, Oni, and Luna or Cartel on there. That's my presumption. So Bones doesn't specifically target low HP, but he deals more damage when it's below 50%. So we're not going to be looking for that. Cartel the same. Also does more damage if the target is wounded. And then Oni deals cutthroat damage of his attack to 1 ship in the target fleet. So also doesn't specifically target it. So then we need to go look at Luna, deals cutthroat damage 448 with low HP in the target fleet. So we need to go look at Luna. You shared the fleet. Yeah, Luna. So then we need to go look at a Luna, specifically her skill. And I think I forgot what her animation is. I think I forgot about all the Cutthroat heroes. How are their specific animation? How good? I don't even know what their specific animation is. So yeah. But then we're saying low remaining HP. So I have 2 ships in here right now. Flagship, 21 million. And a scepter at 15. So now I want to make my flagship be below 15 million, right? So a little more damage before we start running. Come on, do a little more damage, mate. Ah, that's probably enough, right? Now make sure that we end the battle with the armed freighter. Yeah, battle's cancelled. Battle's cancelled. So now we have a fleet, and I need to resist the urge to click the button again, because we had that last week. A flagship with 11 million HP, and a scepter with 15. Why am I doing this? I want to know if Luna says low, attack the ship with low remaining HP, if Luna specifically triggers on low remaining percentage HP. Oh, dang it. I think I did it too low. I did it too low. Need to do it again. I was like, I need to switch it around, but no, I need to do the same as we did last week. So I want to have a percentage down, but it still needs to be higher than my scepter. He's trying to draw the attack. Dang it! Too much. I received too much damage. So let's do this. Attack. Get damage. And then move away. That should be good. Why did it take so long in the first place? And then now it doesn't. And then again, if you questioned it, attacking a freighter and then not finishing the battle doesn't consume any stamina. I could have done this all day. We're not consuming stamina. We're not wasting stamina. So, now, this is what we want to see. 17 million HP on the flagship. 15 million HP on the scepter. We want to see if Luna triggers on the low remaining HP, and if that means the number, like 15 million, which then it should trigger on the scepter, or if it triggers on low remaining percentage HP, like, you know, this is like at 80% of its HP. But the number is higher, so I want to know if Luna is gonna trigger on that. So we need to go look, we need to zoom in, we need to focus on what Luna's animation looks like, and we need to see which of the ships it triggers on. And Baltos might be too strong for this. Those were the triggers. Those were the triggers. What I saw was a shield activating on both. But I don't know the animation. The cross that it does. I think that's Oni. Can we look back at the footage? I don't think we can. Not that easily. Can I look back at my own live stream? I can pull the live stream up. Channel. Look at the live stream. Channel. Make me shut up. And then go look. Full screen. 0.25%. So we can now see one triggered on this. I think this is the Oni. We need to know what the animation is. Can you... I saw... Let's look again. No. Takes very long. Can't help with that, sorry. Yeah, we need to know which one is Luna for this to work. But then again, what I see white numbers, basic attack. So I'm ignoring the white numbers. I'm ignoring the white numbers. Come on, continue. That's a shield. That's what the scepters. Look, I saw the light on there. I think that is bones. I think that is. No, not everything hit. Not everything hit the flagship. The scepter got hit with one animation as well. They're not good. Bones is like a fiery bullet. It has the red thing, which is easy to see. Luna is like a frequent basic attack look. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to look. Look, this hit the scepter with a lot of damage. I think this is bones. I think. I don't know for sure, but I think that's bones. Then we have this. Like the slashes, right? That's Oni. Want me to put Ahab and Obi on Warhammer? Yeah, that might help. And then is this one Luna? I think this one then is Luna. Or this one, the fiery bullet. And then Luna attacked. Yeah. Can you switch the setup around on the ship? probably need to pull it back to the flagship. Yeah, can you put like OB, Ahab, Luna on there? Then we know for sure that it's not getting an extra animation. So yeah, now we're only looking at what animation does trigger. What animation still triggers. Did I just miss it? You kept Luna on there, right? Yeah, you kept... Oh, that's 5 minutes ago. Yeah, Luna on there. Go live, go back. So, look at this. Let's see what we can find. Come on. 0.25 speed might be a little low. Okay, Luna's the fire. So Luna targeted my scepter on the first version. Luna targeted my scepter on the first version. The blue cross was on the mini. Yeah, Laura. Laura, good shout. So only Luna will attack with an animation. Yeah, done. Was a weird slice. Yeah, it was the light that triggered. But then if we then go back to the live stream, what we were looking at. Yeah, then oh no, I clicked away from it. Need to open it again. Go my channel. Go to the live stream. Go to the full screen. Trigger a minute ago. Look, it's triggering on there. You see that? It's triggering on there. So then I would say she triggers on the low percentage. She does the exact opposite of what Drowning Hero's doing. Oh, I'm now looking at a live stream, We're getting an inception. We're getting a live stream inception right now. Yeah, she targeted the scepter before everything else. I know that the scepter is now below the other twos, but it wasn't when it started. Because she looks like an extended basic attack, it's hard to see. Yeah, yeah, that was hard to see. That one was hard to see. Then, so the conclusion would be that she's not doing the same as Drowning, because Drowning worked on the exact number and not the percentage. Oh no! She's doing the same. Damn it! My brain today. It's Friday the 13th. She's doing the exact same thing. My flagship was at higher HP but lower percentage, and my scepter was at full HP percentage wise but a lower number. So she triggering on my scepter did the exact same thing as Drowning did, which means she targets the ship with the lowest HP number, not the lowest HP percentage wise. she does the exact same thing. So that means...
That's confirmed.
It's confirmed. I'm just being stupid right now. How am I that stupid? How? Okay, I've had so much damage that I need to go back with the flagship for a second. I need to go get the flagship back for a full heal for a couple seconds. Ball Salt. Next thing I wanted to try, if you're still up for trying, is critical hits. Critical rate. What I want to know, people are saying... Leave me the F alone. Leave me alone. I'm trying. Can't you see I'm testing right here. Go away. Go away. Can you tell him to go away? Because if I do it, I sound salty and then... Okay, it's sort of funny, but... If it stays at the one time, I'm okay with it. But otherwise, no, not really. I want to switch out. If I want, what I want to test is if you have a high critical resistance, which is higher than your opponent's crit rate. I want to know if you're still triggering crit hits, because that is what people have been saying, and that is what I want to test out. So, Bald Salts, I don't know what your lowest... He said, forgive me. Okay, no problem. I want to know what your lowest critical rate ship is. And if you can even lower it more, then that would be hard to really appreciate it. But what is your lowest crit rate ship? Are buy selling accounts illegal? It is 117. That's your lowest? Jesus. Can you take off a trinket or something? Because that's the highest crit resistance I have is 107. I don't mind. The lowest you can get it, if it's as long as it's below 107, I'm okay. But if you can get it lower, you can change to an old figurehead. Yeah. If you can do that, then please do. Because the scepter is the highest for me. So in that case, I want to test. And then I want to see if my crit resistance is higher than your crit rate if you're still doing crit hits. That's what I want to test out. Steve says, Bob, how are you doing, mate? I am doing better now. We're streaming. I'm talking with you guys, but I had a pretty disappointing afternoon. So it's 58.9. Wow. Okay. That's low enough. That's low enough. And let's see if you attack with that ship, or if you fight with that ship, if my ship that has 107% critical resistance, which should decrease your critical rate, which then could go into the minus, if that still works. So let's see if that still works. So it's Scepter versus Scepter, and then we need to see if we can still... There's still a crit hit. No crit hits. After that, still crit hit. There was one crit hit in there. There's another one. I think this is gonna be a very long battle, so there's another one. So yeah, you're still hitting crits. It's not like it's 50%. Your crit rate was like 58.9%, right? So it's not like it's still 50% that you're doing. But I am lowering a lot. How was the damage? Can we see if the damage is lower? You're hitting like with basics of 150. And then your crit hits are also 150. Look, your crit hits are the same. Even lower in that case. Can you tell me what's your crit damage? What is your crit damage? On that ship. DMA, oh hey, hi DMA, how are you doing? 116%. So yeah, in that case, your crit hits are not stronger. Your crit hits are not double the amount. Look, you're doing like 156, 144 crit hit right there. 156, 157, 154 crit hits. $151 crit hit, 150 normal hit, 153 normal, 94 crit, 157 crit. Yeah, no. Yeah. So let's cancel it. I'm curious. Did we get a lot of trophies? How much trophies did we get? Do I have crit damage reduction? Only 5,000 trophies. Yeah, it's actually the trophies is only the amount of sailors you get from sacred. Yeah, probably. Is that not on here? Critical damage reduction? That's not on here. So I have critical resistance. Critical reduces received crit damage. Critical resistance and reduces received crit damage. So there were 80k normals. No. I think the 80k ones you saw were purple. They were purple. They were Adeline. No. What's her name? I think that was her attacking. Delilah. I think the 80Ks were Delilah. Okay, let's pull up my own live stream again. And let's look back. Let's go look at it yet again. Does this count as viewers as well? Or are we now just farming viewers? Lower speed. Look. Now I can just do it normally, it doesn't help. There she attacks. Did you notice that? That exact moment? The 80k that came out, that was done. Not that one, the next one. 80k now. That was, I think that was Delilah. I don't think... Yeah, there was an 80k, there was a white 80k. I know it was white, but... Yeah, this one wasn't white. But there was an a white 80k. Yeah, you're correct, you're correct. But the only conclusion that we can say is that you cannot get your opponent's crit rate to 0. Because my critical resistance, which should reduce his crit rate, was higher than his crit rate. So the Delilah is yellow, but there's 80k as well. Yeah, then the 100,000 would... But there were a lot of 150,000 basic attacks as well. So why would then a crit hit then not be 150,000 again? This is very confusing. But there is no... There is a bottom. There is a cap in which you can lower your opponent's crit hits, because I could not... He still hit me. He shouldn't have hit crit hits. So then the other part is, can we... If we do this again... I don't know if you have time to do another one. Okay, now put those on. And I did not enhance them so that I don't get the reduced received crit damage. So I now took those out. I put on new things that don't have this. Can we do it again? And try to see if your cutthroat or your crit hits are now stronger. 137, 97, that was white, you're right. 144, 145, 48, of 84, 84, 84, 143, 80. No. Your crit hits are in the same range of damage that you're doing, around 80 or 130, 140, as you're doing on the other. I presume you didn't change anything. You have reduced crit damage in things to... Oh, yeah. Let me switch out. Let me check out how much I have right there. Good shout. Overview. Whoa! Yeah, reduces received crit damage by 75%. That might impact it as well. You are right. That might have impacted it as well. Let me get rid of all of those. I'll put them back later. Please remind me to put them back. I think my power is gonna suffer a little. 75%. Yeah, that might also be the reason. So, now, I dropped like 7 million in power. But now I don't have crit hit reduction or crit damage reduction. Heal the ship. Go back. It's weird that the critical damage reduction is not in the stats of the ship. Let's go look. 86, 140, 130. 99 crit hit. 130 crit hit. 170 crit hit. 88 crit hit. 44. 37. 75. So there's still low ones in there as well. You're still not... I saw one... you're still doing 144s. Critical... Just hear me out. Critical damage reduction doesn't do anything. Or if it does, it's very small. In this case, at least. And I need to get out, because otherwise you're gonna kill me. That does very little. How interesting. Can you now put back the crit rate on that ship to what you had before, with like 100 plus %? Can we now? Well, yeah, your lowest one was 117%. Yeah, can you put that back now? And then we'll try to see if we can have if it does any difference. The only difference it's probably gonna do is kill me faster, bro. Let me know if you changed it. And let me know what you changed. What got higher? Only your crit rate, or also your crit damage? What got higher? I want to know that. You're done? What got higher? Your crit rate. You got your crit rate up, but did your crit damage also go up? Because your crit rate was at 58.9 and your crit damage was at 116 just now at previous tests. What are they now? Now I didn't change anything. My gems are still gone. It's 1 AM, I got nowhere to go. Sorry, I missed that message. Taiwanese gangmate says that 25 is the minimum reduction. Yeah, it seems like that. Like 1/4 of the thing. The crit damage is 237 and now you're at 117 crit rate back. So yeah, let's see. So you're now back up to your normal setup, which is more than my crit reduction. So we should see more crit hits now. And then we also should see, look at the damage is 280. And then again, the normals are 140, 150. $250. And the normals again are 75 to 140. And then there's a 225, 215, 213 crit hits. And you're doing more crit hits as well now, right? You're doing way more crit hits now. So yeah, conclusion for me. I wanna write this out. Wait. Sorry. So yeah. That means that crit. Why are they? the crit chance seems to have a minimum. It's crit chance minus crit resistance. But then there is then there's a minimum. I can't write that like that. There's a minimum of about 25%, someone in chat saying. So you can't go below that. So whatever his crit chance is, minus that with your crit resistance, but then it can never go below 25%. So you will always do a quarter of your attacks will always be criticals, no matter the amount of crit resistance you can have. Now last thing we're doing. Let's put all the damage reductions back. Because now he went from 117% to 237% crit damage. But now I'm doing I can reduce like what was that? 75% of that. So I can go do that back down. Reduced crit resistance, yeah, 75%. And then I can even go further by putting Sacred Guardian 17%. And then another 16.5%. So that's another 33%. So now we're at 108% critical damage reduction. And now see if the crit hits are actually lower. Hope you're prepared for me attacking you, but 150, so the crit chance should be the same, 145, 166, 156, 191, 199, but no more 200 pluses like you had before. 142 normal, 156 normal. 154 crit, 118 crit, 168, 56 normal. Yeah. That works like it's supposed to be. Because now I increased my crit damage from a crit damage reduction from about 0 to now to 108%. Which decreased his back to he was at 116 prior. So now he was doing better now than he had at the 160 when he had 116. So that can go to 0. If I look, right? Nice at the go AFK, but it looks like I came back at the right moment, lol. Yeah. So conclusion. You're doing crit rate, you're doing crit hits to your opponent, and I'm reducing that. But I cannot reduce it below 25% because about 1 in 4, 1 in 5 hits, if I looked at it, were still crit hits. So the 25% people are saying that they got from the Echo via VIP and inside information, that sounds like correct, because you're still at 25%, a 1 in 4 chance of doing a crit rate. So getting anything below that doesn't work. But then we go look at crit damage. His crit damage was at 116% when I did that. but he wasn't doing 116% extra. What I was seeing is that he was doing 116% done. Maybe he did 16% extra. That's what you were seeing right there. He didn't do 116% extra, he did 16% extra damage when he did hit the crit hits. And when I took off my thing, the only difference we saw was very small. So what I did the crit hit reduction on there, and then I could only get it back to the minimum again of 100%. Because I think that is what we were seeing, the crit hits that were doing the same amount of damage as they would do prior to that. I've also seen screenshots of Echo saying it's almost 0%. Yeah, but we bugged that. Look, saying that it can go up to go down to 0%. That is...
Yeah, so the myth is busted?
Busted! Totally busted! Busted!
100% busted. It cannot go below 0. Because his crit rate was lower than my critical resistance. And I cannot get him lower. Is he gonna attack me? No, he's not. So I cannot get him lower. So that's busted. And then there's a minimum. And... saying that people are saying 25%, that seems plausible. And then...
Plausible.
Look. You're right.
Plausible.
That's plausible. So yeah. The 25% sounds plausible. We can't really calculate that, right? Or we have to look back and go count it. But the 100% is normal damage. So if he had 116% crit damage, he was only doing 16% more. He was not doing 116 more, he was only doing the 16 more. So then, when he got to 237%, he did 237% of the normal thing. So he added 137%. So that's why he more than doubled his crit damage. But then because my crit rate reduction pulled it down 100%, we saw a little increase of like 30%, but we did not see it any above it. So yeah, that's crit rate, crit hit, crit rate, crit damage, crit everything explained, right? So yeah, thanks Balsalts for testing. I know it's late for you, but yeah. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for listening in. The only thing, if you still want to test, the only thing we want to see happen is maybe if dots crit, but we've seen screenshots of that happening, so I don't think that needs to be tested. That's the only thing that people have said to me. If I can test that, but I've seen screenshots of that happening. So I don't think that needs to be tested right now. I don't know how you guys agree on that, but... If I want to get myself a clip, yeah, I can do that. We can do it. Do you have a high crit rate ship that has a lot of blazing or drowning stacks on there? You can always use the clip you just used though. Oh, yeah, my ship's drowning. You had that in the footage from Heart. I wasn't looking at that. I was looking at the other ship. I wasn't looking at his ship. Yeah, I was doing drowning. But I don't... Do I have high... What's my drowning stat? What's my crit rate? I have a 31% crit rate. So, I don't know what his crit resistance is, but yeah. Again, still 25% chance, of course. But then I would need to go look at my own live stream and go watch. The light blue ones. We want to see the light blue ones. There. Light blue one. Light blue ones. 80. I stopped at that point. But yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Let's ramp it up. No. Yeah, it's confirmed. Dots can crit.
That's confirmed.
Dots can definitely crit. We have footage of it right now. Yeah, that's the only thing I had. I wanted to test. That's the only thing. Was the skill crit or the dot? You're not wrong. But for that to test, I need to test. No, I need to attack more than one of your ships at the same time. So your scepter and your flag, as in rage skill. Yeah. You're right. You're completely right. Those dots that I just showed could have just been. Come to me. Come. Are you still here? Yeah, you're still here. Yeah, take off all those damage dealing ships. Please do. Please take off all of those damage dealers. Otherwise I die very quickly. Then I might want to attack you with this crit damage with this ship. Battle of Sea Ablaze. What's my crit rate? Look, my crit rate is at 90. I don't know what your crit reduction. Yeah, your crit. I don't know what your crit reduction is on your ships, but yeah, this is. So we're gonna be looking at red numbers. Bones Trinket for testing. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. No! Don't make me switch. Swap. I'm destroying my entire build. At the end of the day, I have no idea what was on here, what was on here, what was not on here anymore. I have only Trinket as well, so I put both on there. So now I would have 128%. It's in the name of science, yeah. But as soon as the live stream's over, some of you guys are gonna start attacking me, and then I'm like, how did I lose to a 31? Oh, maybe I should put my gems back. Or something like that. So, yeah, we're looking for red numbers now. We're looking for red numbers that are the same on both. So I need to try and put some stacks of blazing on there. And then we're looking at red numbers that are the same for both, where one of them is crit and one of them is not. And not the same numbers, but the numbers are popping up at the same time, right? Because that's the dot hitting at that moment. So yeah, let's see if we can test that. How fast am I dying to your flagship? Not really, so we have time. All the numbers are. All the numbers are blue because of your shield. Dots hit. Okay, dots hit shield as well. You have so much shield that my ship cannot penetrate the shield. I cannot kill the shields. I am almost doing 0 damage. Everything's on shields. So, if someone was saying that dots bypass shield, well, that's not true. Look, you're still at full HP. I'm nearly dead. Can you pull off Ahab? For science, can you pull off Ahab? Done. Lol. Okay, let's do it again and try to see if we can do more. You're still gonna put some shield up, but not as many as Ahab had. So at least we can put some dots on there. Come on, put on some dots on both. There they go. Look, those are the... Yeah, we had some hits where both of them triggered at the same time. One of them was a dot, one of them wasn't. And the number was actually higher. Let's see if we can look back at the footage. Looks like it did, yeah. Yeah, I definitely think it looks like they did. Do I still have my own stream up? Yeah, I still have my own stream up. And we can go look at it. Let's not listen to my voice, but let's go to live. Let's go to full screen. Let's go back a little. And then let's go to 0.25%. So I have time to pause it. Yeah, we're doing damage. Like 60k in that case. You're doing 160,000 on your flippin' flagship. Oh, wait. I've never looked at this in slow motion. Have you guys noticed Cordelia's thing? I know that there's a green ball going down and then there's healing and that's green, right? But have you seen the music note that's in there? I just noticed that. Come on. I've not seen it in slow motion. Look, there's a music note in there. It's actually music coming down and then hitting and then healing. I've seen the thing coming down and then the aura around the ship being triggered, but yeah. So that's the first thing we want to look at. I just thought that was cool. Look, you got one right there as well. So let's wait for numbers on both ships to trigger at the same time while we're not doing high amount of damage. Go on, put some blazing stacks on both. We were still, I think you only got blazing on that one, so you need to put blazing. We need to have blazing on both. They're two triggered at the same time. Both were a crit. No. Not double click that fast. Let the numbers go away. Like one was 22.979 and one was 64 and that was a crit. So those popped up at the exact same moment. Let's go look at it again. Those two popped up at the same moment, was the both crits, so... Yeah, again, two at the same time. And then you had 118 point that, and then a 60, what? And 18. That doesn't look right. There's a 22.79 and there's a 64.220. So that crit hits. One of them was a crit, one of them wasn't. and the other one was about 200% of what the one was about 200% of what the other was. I think that was correct. You don't have much crit damage reduction, Baltold. As looking at that, there's no crit damage reduction. Do you have a lot of green gems, or you're yellow and red mostly? Curious. I think that was the last thing. You have 54% in green. But I was doing 200% crit damage. You saw that as well. 24,000 in... 22,000 in a normal and 64 in a... Which is 3 times. Which is weird. It's 3 times the damage. And another 50% from gear. 30% from gear, you're saying. Chat's on screen right now as well. See if we can find another one. Those triggered at the same time. 75 to 100. Or those were dots. Or those were attack on 2 ships at the same time. Yeah, this is 23 on a crit hit. What? Why is one of them 60 and 23? So crit damage does the same. But why is there such a big difference between those numbers? Look, those were dots. One is 60, one is 10. One is 10. One is 11. One is 28, one is 70. Why is there so much difference? Do you have damage over time reduction on your ship? And one is basic attack, the other is skill attack, yeah. But they appear at the exact same moment. I would say that all dots on all ships appear at the exact same moment. Let's swap the things around and let's put them on the correct stuff. There's bones, there's bones. Swap the trinket around. Swap the... No. No. The number of stacks, yeah, that's probably it. Probably 6 stacks on one and 1 stack on the other. Oh, the button changed. in the last update. So a lot of UI changes. Yeah, I was hoping to see if that would survive long enough. Most likely stacks of dots. Could you could you take off all of the green gems? Or reduce armor in any way? Specifically armor. Because people have also been saying that dots bypass armor. And if you can do that, and I attack you with the same stats, then I had to put the trinkets back. But and if I then attack you with the same things, if the stacks would then still be around 10k each, or if then, example, they're at that point they're at 20k, or wait, I don't know if they actually increased a lot. Let me know if you did that. Okay, some of you guys might find this extremely boring. I probably need to edit it down heavily if I want to make a video out of this. But I find this fascinating. This kind of theory crafting, that's just so fascinating to me. How does it work? Does it actually work? You know, myths that we need to test. I'm so curious about some of these things. We've been playing this game for half a year. The game exists for a year this month, and we still don't know many of these things. Partly because they don't want to share. I agree with that, but also because the reports are just not good enough to actually show this very easily. Let me know if you're done with reducing your armor, so I can then attack. So now we're comparing. Okay, and as in you're done, or both ships down 2k armor and no green gems. So let's go look again. Now we can zoom in on him specifically. Let's see if we can see targets. Yeah, but you put Ahab back. I cannot see anything because Ahab. Oh no. We can see. It's like 50, 40, 40, 22. I think that went up to 11. What is your armor? Yeah, damn. Yeah, but this time I hit through it because I could see more dots. So what is your armor? Because my impact is 77. 7.7k. 10k armor. Okay. So you would reduce. You reducing your armor would be very effective for me. Because your armor is higher than my impact, so yeah. No, I just wanna. I was able to hit through it, so I can probably hit through it again. Now, look. Yeah. Can you take off Ahab? So we actually can see more numbers, because now we're waiting for the shields to take off. And that time is so low. 70, 80, 60, 30. Feels to me, in this case, that my dots went up, did go up. Not if you're saying you went down 2k, you decreased your armor by a sixth. So a sixth added to it would be 11 to 12k dots. 7k armor with no AAB. Oh, that's... You had 8, 20 I think there. Yeah, but now it's even lower. So let's see how high these dots can go. There, they're now 18, 13. We can specifically see dots. If we put a lot of dots on him, and we can specifically see dots, as if I run away, you can see what is a dot and what is not a dot, right? Because if I now run away, I'm not attacking him anymore. So these are dots. 28, 13, 23. So yeah, we're doing... Hey, how are you doing? I'm doing good, MDA. So yeah, we're doing like 12 to 13k, which is more, but we were doing 8k prior, so it is an increase. And if he didn't if the main thing he decreased, if the main thing he decreased was his armor, then dots don't penetrate armor. Dots are impacted by armor just as much. DMA says, I got so big upgrade on my account, more legendary trinkets, 3-star Griffin now, and Tanaka. Congratulations, DMA. That's good news to have on Friday the 13th. We'll get him to 5-star. We'll get him to 5. Nice. Nice. So yeah. With this, him decreasing his armor, and then the dots per dot going up, in my case, from 8 to 9 to 11 to 13, somewhere around there, that was what we were seeing. Yeah, that means that it does go up. Just in time to see the Trinket tier list too. Yeah. I'll definitely make that into a video. I think that would do good. Yeah, so dots penetrating armor is definitely...
Yeah, so the myth is busted?
Busted! Totally busted! Busted!
Definitely busted. Yeah. Bald Salt, thank you very much. Please, everyone in chat, everyone in the comments, please give a shout out to Bald Salt. Thank him for testing today, for taking the like 2 hours out of his day at past midnight. Add that in there as well, past midnight, to actually thank him. Yeah, I need to run down some of the footage, play some back in the slow motions, actually edit some things down, and we can actually make some very good myth-testing, myth-busting content out of that. Because yeah, I think today we added almost, we had almost all of the myths busted, the myths tested that I got. So if you still have any more myths that you want me to test, with or without Bald Salt, yeah, let me know. That was awesome, lots of good info. Thank you for your time too, Bob. Yeah, I hope I helped you out as well. Yeah, it's very good information to get. It is very good information to finally get. You know, because you're getting confusing information from a lot of people, and I think this has been very helpful. This is like 4 or 5 videos if I can edit it down with 4 or 5 of the myths tested. So yeah, thank you. Now today, I don't know if you guys want to know. Some of you guys asked me how I was doing, and I said I was a little disappointed. Do you guys want to know what happened? Stealthy maneuvers is a good myth. No, that's not a good myth. That's just the truth. I'm not gonna test that. That's not a myth. It's just facts. MD9. Stealthy maneuvers is good. Is not a myth. It's just facts. The myth is that aggro works. That's the myth. Aggro having actually a system that is testable and working. That's a myth. Has nothing to do with stealthy maneuvers. Stealthy maneuvers is just good. No matter what your opinion. Stealthy maneuvers is good. But you guys want to know what happened? Why I was so disappointed? Because is 30 million power good for level 27? You really need gold. Yeah, well, a lot of people need gold. I don't know what season you're in, but as you level 27 probably, or season 2 or season 3, right? I am going to be posting a video soon. I'm preparing some stuff, not on stream, but I'm gonna be making a dedicated video. Yeah, still in CS2. I'm making a good dedicated video to gold, because my old gold video is now half a year old. There's information in there which is not applicable anymore. It was mostly season 1 related stuff. So yeah, I wanna make an updated version of getting as much gold as you can. But that's probably not gonna be working in the next week. That might take a week or 2. You can get 3 million gold per day with treasure exploration. Yes. But I usually spawn treasures near a thing. I usually don't take time out of my day to do those. Where are we? We're there. I usually do this. I usually spend more compasses to just spawn them in near a port. And then, or with quick, yeah. And then I wait on that. Also note there's no Grand Line in Essex in Season X1. Yeah, that as well. I'm curious to see how you're going to get enough gold to upgrade your ship if there's no gold items from the Grand Line. Because from Season 1... from Season 2 to Season 3, Season 4, Season 5... all of the items that are in here, level 1, level 5, they have the same selling price. Oh, I still have 80% discount turned on. I don't know whose cargo did I take. No, not that one. That one. Start. I want to get rid of the 80% discount for a second. Oh, I can upgrade that one. I can do that. Always good to get another 12 hours of speed ups. Let's try to get rid of some of the 80% discount that I still had on this guild. Should be gone soon. If I do another horn, that's probably gone then. I won't do 20 each day. Oh, I thought you meant that. No, but yeah, I usually do that and then save them for when I actually do Lord of the Sea Mondays. That's when I do them. Yeah, there goes the percent. So yeah, they're like 400, 520, 640, 760, and 900. Those amounts of gold, I think those are the same from Season 3 and onwards. I don't know if some of you guys can check, but these are the prices I'm getting in Season 5. And I think those were the same from Season 3 and onwards. I think Season 1 had different prices, but Season 3 and onwards, we've had these prices. And they haven't changed since. And also the price of the gold item hasn't changed since. Oh, I was like, where's the 6th ship? You have to scroll. And I can upgrade the 6th. And get a navigator on there as well. I don't know if you guys noticed, but you can now scroll. It's weird. It's very weird. Because the thing is looking exactly like it was before. But now there's one in the bottom. But you actively need to scroll down. So yeah, I think those prices are the same. So, or the prices of the items need to be increased, or the amount of gold that you're getting in variation to what you're going to. Get something to eat, be right back. No, DMA, you're good, you're good. So yeah, I'm curious to see how they would mechanically put in earning gold without there being a grand line with a gold item. Are the gold items gonna be in there normally? Are the prices gonna be raised? Are the percentage that you're getting from one port to the other, are those gonna change? Because the level is getting higher and higher and higher. The gold requirement is gonna be higher and higher and higher. And that means that at some point you need to have a way to get it without spending. In my opinion. In their opinion, you probably want you to spend. But in my opinion, there should be a way for you to do it without spending. But going back to what happened in real life. If you guys have been here for a longer period of time, I've been a very big Linkin Park fan for like 20 years of my life. You guys also probably know that if you follow me, I've been to a concert of them twice. And I've also been to a concert of a tribute band here in the Netherlands beginning of this year. And I had a lot of fun and I enjoyed that music a lot. I actually feel very emotional about the fact that Chester died. I can still get emotional when I hear some of the songs. Even though I listen to them on a weekly basis, I can still get emotional about them. But since last week, they announced a new singer. A new lead singer. Emily Armstrong. And I've listened to the song. And I've listened to her sing. And she's not a bad singer. Definitely not a bad singer. There's some background stuff that she used to be Scientology related or something like that. I'm not gonna be into that. But what I looked at, I liked. It's not Chester. It's not the same. She's not imitating him. It's a her instead of a him. Of course, the voice is gonna be different. The music's gonna be a little different. I liked it. So they're gonna be going to a tour. One of the venues being London, one of the venues being Hamburg, which is like a 4.5 hour drive for me. I was like, okay, I've seen them prior. I want to see them again. So what I did this morning, because at 10 a.m. my time, the tickets went on sale. So I was logged in with my PC, with my phone. My girlfriend was on her PC. And the best spot that I got in the waiting line was 196,000. No, it's 169,000, sorry. 169,000 in the waiting line. So that meant that at the point that the waiting line was actually starting to go faster, all of the tickets were gone. So, yeah, that's why I was a little depressed about that. A little depressed about it. So yeah, that's that's what happening. That's what was happening in my life today. Let's go fix that. We do the auto combat because I think there's Treasure Hunter right now. Do we have Gang's Racket with freighters available? No, we don't. And do some of them. Like, does it keep putting me up? When the list refreshes, it sort of throws you back up the list. Very annoying if you try to scroll down. I can understand why it's happening, technically. So yeah, that was what was happening in my life, and that's my opinion on it. And I was a little down because that. So yeah, that was what happening. Do you think they'll do the standard thing where so many demand they add extra dates? No, because they're only doing 6 shows around the world, 3 in Europe, 3 in the USA, or something like that. And the concert is in a week and a half. It's on the 23rd of September 2024, so it's in 10 days. The concert would be in 10 days. So usually you buy a ticket and the show is in a year or even longer ahead of time. But this show was gonna be in 10 days. That's why I was so excited, because I could buy a ticket now, spend the money now, and then go see him in 10 days. That's why I was excited. Even more excited. No, I don't think they'll add more dates. Because the album's not out yet. The album's out on 15th of November, I think, from the top of my head. So I think if they're actually doing a tour because of the new album, they would plan that after the entire album release. They only published one single with the new singer made together. Of course, these venues she'll probably sing songs that were originally for Chester. And I've seen her on a live stream that Linkin Park did. I actually didn't like her singing that live. But I could also imagine the pressure that she was on. So her performance might have been skewed by that. But yeah. Could be the audio recording that was weird, or could have been some other parts. Nerves, probably. Because I thought she was singing her song that she made with the band pretty good. And then the first song she did that was originally Chester, I felt it wasn't as good as the first one song. They did, because things happen. Yeah, things happen. Shit happens in this case. Yeah, in this case I actually will curse on that. So yeah, I usually try not to curse on stream, but yeah, in this case shit happens. And I'm salty about it. But yeah, I'm also glad that you guys are here. Usually I don't talk about these kind of stuff. Usually I just talk about the game. I just blabber on about the game. If you're new here, if you're new to the channel, please leave a follow, please leave a sub so you get notified the next time I go live. Because the next time I will go live will probably be next Friday, 1 PM UTC, which is 3 hours prior to whatever time zone it is for you right now. So do your own calculation. Yeah, and probably have some more exciting stuff to do because we'll probably next week I'll go throw some knives at the other blazing hero, right? At the Ember Volcana. That's probably gonna happen next week. Gonna be throwing a lot of knives at those. I now have 69 knives. I might be able to get up to... Oh, there's another bracket. Throw a total of 200 times, you get 25. This wasn't there. The max amount was 110. You can get guaranteed fragments. Now you can get because I had a spreadsheet on that. Look, flashbang warning. warning. Flashbang incoming. Yeah, look. Amount of throws 110. And then I had this bonus that if it's 110, it should be 50. If it's 85, it should be 35. If it's higher than... Oh. If it's... That should be... That was wrong in my calculations. Good shout for me in this case. Yeah, so if you would have thrown 110, you would get 50 bonus on top of the average of 137 shards that you would get. There's a 0.5% chance that you get a full unlock, and if you throw 110, you're not getting 27.5. But this is pure chance calculation. So yeah, my calculation was off. My calculation was way off. That we did last time. Yeah, it didn't take into account the 110. It would only did that if I would have done the 111. Then it would trigger to 15. But now there's an... No, that's a whole lot. But now there's a 200 as well. So yeah, I need to add that. So yeah. If... Come on. Okay, wait. If that is above 199, it should say 75, and then if it's not, it should do the next version of it, which means, yeah, now it's 75. Yeah, change my spreadsheet around. Fix my spreadsheet. So yeah, that's a bracket that wasn't in there prior. So it's still 25, 40, 60, 85, 110. Those are still the same. 5, 10, 10, 10, 15, 25. I think those were the same. Again, flashbang warning. 5, 10, 15. So that's 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. No, it's 5, 5, 10. And then another 10. Yeah, they changed these around. And then... No, what? Huh? There's no 10 in there anymore. Yeah, you were. Prior to this, you were getting 5 if you threw 10. That's not there anymore. That's what has changed. So now it's 84 means 30. 110 means 45. And then the top one's 70. Yeah. Yeah, there was a 10 bracket. And they removed the 10 guarantee and they added a 200. That's a very bad choice in my opinion. That is definitely a choice skewed to the high paying players. That benefits the high playing players a lot and not the free to play players. I don't think that's a good thing. Anyone who throws a couple of knives at them should get something, right? You could throw 10 knives at it. It was there for the drowning ones. To change it after these ones for me. Yeah. Go. Piss off. Oh, are you actually dying? Who's dying? Who's dying? I didn't even notice I was getting attacked. He's probably going to use something to warp away as quickly as he can, just before he dies. I think he just has his flagship left. I won. You started attacking me and still I won. Where'd the music go? Did everything stop? No. Oh, it is there. Did I win because I had aggro from the freighters, or? Yeah, I won because I had aggro from the freighters. Instant 3k infamy. Yeah, great. Those in that infamy system. Me bloody cannon misfired. Yeah, the in this case, this dumbass didn't know what aggro was. Because he would have easily killed me if he didn't, if he wouldn't have attacked me when I had aggro. Or I think he did. I don't know. Now he killed me, but bad thing is, I killed him, got 3k infamy, he now killed me, I still have 2200. Why didn't it drop down to 0? Can't remember if you changed it. Yeah, I changed it back, but then we did more testing, so. You're correct, it's still on the wrong one. Where's Bones? There it is. You are completely correct. I still need to change those things back. Then I have no idea if I put everything back there where it's supposed to be. That one. this ship needs reworking. This is just a dang useless ship right now. It's not fully aggro. It's not fully. It's not set up correctly in any way at the moment. Let's go look. How good or how bad did I do? Still 100,000. Still 10 million damage. I crit. But then there comes Sarah with 6 million damage alone. Longer fight. $8 million. There comes Sarah with 9. But also 14 million heal. And then again, I did 14 million heal. But then there's still this large amount of wounded. And then I know this one they died, so I can't heal those anymore, so we're only healing these 4. And not the other ones. Kinda huge for having support on there. yeah. It's doing huge damage if you're considering that I have Cordelia right here. It's only 2 heroes instead of 3. Compared to this ship that has 3 heroes. Compared to this ship that has 3 heroes. Dang, only 300,000? Is the only damage you did to the ships that you killed or something? Or, of course, okay, they died as well very soon in the battle. Looking at this, yeah, this is a little bit way better. Yeah, then again, this doesn't do much. I don't have the Sarah Trinket, so for me, Molly or Boa wouldn't do much. But again, 10 million, 19 million, for the fact that I have two attacking heroes on here and not 3 like I have on this one or this one. That's not bad. That is definitely not bad for a blazing setup. Yeah, I'm curious to see if I can get if I go with the full blazing setup, which I want to do, but I also want the full drowning setup. How it's gonna perform. Yeah, but I am gonna say that I'm gonna call it quits right now. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Baltzels, for helping me test. I know it's late for you now. It's like, isn't it like 6 hours later than it, for me it is? I don't know. 2 a.m. Yeah, it's, oh, you're 8 hours ahead of me. Wow. Where are you from, mate? Australia or something? Yeah. Oh yeah, you're you're an Aussie? So if I say Aussie, 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 what are you gonna say then? No, but thank you for helping me test. Oi, oi, oi! Yeah, there he is. He's an actual Aussie. That's the only thing I know about Australia. Because I follow an Australian streamer as well. And that happens sometimes. I have no idea what it actually means or why it's happening or anything, but I just know that it exists. Yeah. But thank you for being here. Thank you for testing Vault Salts. Thank you for watching the stream. Please leave a like. It's a battle cry, like a New Zealand, like they have the haka, right? You Aussies have oi oi oi. Ah, well, difference. There has to be some difference. Yeah, thank you all for being here. It's scary, right? Yeah. It's very scary. Thank you all for being here. Please leave a like, please leave a sub, please leave all the call to actions. I stream every Friday, 1 p.m. UTC, 3 hours prior to whatever time zone it is for you right now. So yeah, do your own calculations, and I wish you all a very good weekend. I wish you all a very good weekend. I wish you all a very good song. If you're a Linkin Park fan, or you used to be a Linkin Park fan, give the new song a listen. I'm curious to see what you guys think. I'm a big fan, but yeah. If you want to say something about the tier list, if you want to say something about the testing, if you want, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you want me to test in the future. All those sorts of things. So yeah, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for joining me. And I hope to see you all next week. Have a good weekend and have a good sailing.